Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Today we're on one of those what has Mr. Paul got to do to keep that beautiful smile on the beautiful face of Miss Oching Gracevia Booth. So as you can see, we're en route to the workshop, and the Gumbarroooo, my brother, is behind me in a little Suzuki Swift, and we're going to drop that one off and we're going to go and have a look and see what the boss, Mr. Hassan, is up to today. Hopefully the other Gumbarroos are there and hopefully they're all in a good mood. Let me show you the trip as we exit the Paphos to Limassol highway. We've got about a kilometre to go, and I'll give you a little view. The sky's a little bit overcast today, but it's absolutely beaming hot. It's 27 degrees and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're going to get on a plane, it's not a bad place to come. Let me show you the view. We have to drive a little bit slower on this part of the expressway, motorway, dual carriageway, whichever you choose to call it, because our Gumbarroos in blue can sometimes be at the end with one of those little guns in the hand, checking that we're not speeding. So we tend to travel along here at around 100 kilometres an hour, although it would be nice to do 150. But hey, let me show you the view. There's the exit for Colony. That's where we'll be turning off in about 15-20 seconds. So we're about 1 minute away from the body shop, and then we'll take you for a quick look around, and we're going to make a quick video for Mr. James, because Mr. James is wondering how his pickup is getting on, and so are some of the other viewers. So we're going to have a good walk around Mr. James's pickup and show you some of the dints and bangs that we've sorted out and fillered, and you're going to find that it's in a funny shade of grey, which means it's in primer, which means, Mr. James, it's very, very close to getting painted. So that means it's very, very close to be returned to you and your beautiful wife, Beryl. So we're exiting the highway now. In about 10-15 seconds we will join the top road over the highway. We'll make a right and then a left, and then we'll be approaching the body shop. So stick with us and you're going to find out what I have to do to try and make 10 to 20 euros a day. Let's have a look. Forgive the road surface, even a Mercedes E-Class cannot smooth out these bumps. And I understand that many of our viewers in many countries have got similar roads. What we pay road tax for, I do not know. But there we go. Ooh, look, there's one of my favourite cars. It's got a H on the back, and as long as you've got one of them on the back, you're not doing too bad. And there's a few Gumbarroos about. Look at him. Look at him there. Mr. Grumpy. He's wondering if he's got enough paint in that container to paint something. He's just realised that I was filming him. Anyway, let's go and see the Gumbarroooo over here. Now, some of you might be wondering, there's a little rampant rabbit, and it's outside of the workshop, so that means that little rampant rabbit is feeling a lot better. Although, I did take it for a quick drive earlier on, and I think it's suffering from a little bit of COVID-19, well, COVID-22 maybe. So the Gumbarroooo mechanic is going to have a fiddle with it. The gearbox didn't seem quite as snappy when they put the new engine in, and it seemed a little bit lumpy. Anyway, here's the brother. He's the only one I've got, so I've got to love him.
Right, what are you doing?
Yeah. He always carries his coat because he worries if it might get cold, and he carries his money in bits. No, he hasn't got pockets, you see. So he carries his wallet and his watch and all those sort of things. Anyway, we picked this car up, and as you can see, very minor bit of damage, but the man wants to get it fixed because it's actually quite a nice little car. It's his holiday car, and it's a Suzuki Swift in blue. Look at that. Yeah. Because blue. Oh, here he is, #1 Gumbarroooo. There he is, and he's got his baby Gumbarroooo. Look at him. Hey. Say hello. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. And he's going to be all right because he's got one of them on the back. So he's going to be all right. Looking very clean. Look at that. He's having a day off today, obviously. Here's another Gumbarroooo. There we go. He's having a bit of a day off. Look at that. Someone's just popped in. They've obviously got a knackered Honda, but it has got one of those on the back. And if you've got one of them back, you'll be doing all right. It's chaos here, by the way. Look at this. Absolute chaos. Your bonnet's up. Absolute chaos, as you can see. Look at this. Again, you've got one of them on the back, you're going to be all right. And honestly, if you've got one of them on the back, you're going to be all right. I used to have a dog, and he was the greatest dog in the world, and he was one of them. Irish setter, and his name was Jason. I was about 17, 18. Wait, hold on. Greatest smile in the world. The greatest man in the world. Hey, how's my little Fiat?
Fiat have problem one injector.
Right, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
It's a bit lumpy.
I take this out to old engine.
Yeah.
To new engine.
Yeah. You're gonna
Need
look
one
around.
press.
Yeah, there you go. As I said, Coca-Cola. He's going to give it some Coca-Cola. Apparently he wants to drink a Coca-Cola, a bit like me, and everything will be fine. Hey up, what's going on here? Look at that. Say hello.
Hello.
He's not so grumpy today, he's more smiley. He's more smiley. He's much more smiley. Anyway, Mr. James, if you're watching, wow, look at that. Kamajoba. Kamajoba. Fluent in. Hey, hello. Say hello to your wife. Say hello to your wife in Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, is she? See, we communicate somehow in Russian, a bit of Greek, a bit of English, and a bit of German. Mr. James, look at that. And you're even going to get a free frappe from Coffee Island. I don't drink frappe, I drink hot latte or cappuccino. Here he is, Ibrahim, the greatest car bodywork man in the world. Mr. James, he has done all of this car. So Mr. James, that car will be better than it came out of the factory. There's no wiggles in the doors. When I get down on my hands and knees and look at it, wow. There was more damage on this side. Wow, wonderful. Now, someone's told me that we've had a bonfire. So I'm going to go out the back and see if Mr. Pidar, the new manager of the body shop, has had a bonfire. Because he told me that he has. There's that man again. Look at that. He's everywhere. In fairness to the workers, they work, I don't want to use the word dog, but they do work like dogs. They really, really do work. They understand what we have to do, and they do it. Because if we don't do it, we don't eat. Look at that. So, there has been an arsonist here. But unfortunately, hello Gumbarroooo. That's the dog that lives down the road, and he's a bit of a Gumbarroooo. He's not a bad dog. How you doing? Hello. 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 He's quite a nice dog actually, and he has a little wander around looking for food basically. Now I told the Gumbarroooo to set that one on fire, that one on fire, and that one on fire. And the reason why we should set that one on fire is because it's got one of these on the back of it. And if you've got one of those on the back of your car, Mr. Smoker, one day, when it gets out of its warranty, you're going to be in trouble. That's only a little joke. Anyway, we're going to go for a drink tonight with Mr. and Mr. Smoker. Obviously, he's going to watch this video 2 days later. So we'll have already had that drink. Anyway, let's get back in and have a look. I apologise for the noise. This is a car for an English gentleman, which as you can see has got problems. When it hasn't got problems, I'll show it you again. Let's get in here because this is a car that belongs to a Scottish gentleman, Mr. Hoon. And as we can see, this side of the car has got no problems. The back has got no problems, but this side has got big problems. Well, they're not that big anymore, and the greatest man in the world, the greatest bodywork man in the world, has found his slight little imperfections, and he is correcting them. Tomorrow we're going to paint it, and the next day we'll give it back to Mr. Hoon. And hopefully we don't see him for a while. We mean that in a nice way. Now, little hire car's come in here. There it is. And there is some damage on the back. Right there. Unfortunately, the lady who hired it came out I think she's here for a month actually, and she backed into her gate post on her villa in Paya. Anyway, it's come to us because she doesn't want to pay her excess. And you can't blame her because the excess is 1,200 and we're only going to charge her a couple of hundred. So we're not going to do too bad. She's going to be all right. The only one who loses out is the hire car company, and they don't even know about it. Now, I promised Mr. Swift that I'd come and give him a video of his car, and here it is. Because he was wondering what's taking us so long. But I told him it's quite a big job because there's little bubbles all over it which we've had to smooth out and primer. And then we've got to mask it all up obviously, and then we've got to paint it all. So it's quite a big job. Here's another hire car over here that came in earlier. The gentleman who hired it, a Russian gentleman, hit a wall. So we've got a new bumper and we've started to prep it up. We're going to put it in the booth in a bit and we're going to paint it. So that is a new, if you understand me, second-hand bumper, because the bumper when he brought it to us was in bits. So as I've told my man Pedar, that car, which is his father's car, to set it on fire, because it seems to me that his father doesn't care about this car because no one wants to pay him to fix it, and every time I see it, it's got more damage. That wasn't on it last time. I tell you, you think that someone who works in a car body shop would be a bit more careful, wouldn't you? That's what you would think. Anyway, on another note, let's go and have a quick look and see what my Gumbarroooo brother is doing at my little rampant rabbit. Is it all right now? No. No. What?
On the inside there.
The what, sorry? Ooh. So, there appears to be something wrong with the clutch on this little piece of rubbish now. And there's something wrong with one of the injectors, as he was telling us. Anyway, what can I say? If we weren't mechanics in car bodywork, we'd have more brains, obviously. And we wouldn't have bought a car with one of them on the back. Demetrius, if you're watching...
This car's supposed to be pretty reliable. It's just unlucky.
Apparently, this little car is supposed to be very reliable. Whoever wrote those reviews on whatever it was is lying.
You bring me too much money. I need money.
He wants money.
Why only you make show?
I'm going. I'm going. I'm off. He wants more money. It's terrible. He wants more money. This is the world that we live in. He wants money as well. Look at him laughing. All anyone ever asks me for is money. I'm going to change my name. I'm going to change my name. But anyway, we do know that he's going to be all right. Stop there. We know he's going to be all right because you can just see it. Pidar, he's got one of them on the back of his car, so that means he's going to be all right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Say bye-bye. Hey, Grumpy, say bye-bye. And you, say goodbye. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, or you don't like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and come back for some more of our madness. I am now going to say Salaam Alaikum to them. They're going to go and smoke the shishka pipe. They're going to go and cook some sovla. I'm going to go and hunt for Pidar. If I can't find him, I'll go and find Miss Ochingrisivula Booth, and I will take her out for her evening supper, and we'll go for a drink with Mr. and Mrs. Smoker, our lovely Belgique survivors. Well, they are survivors, but they're actually subscribers. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.